world we live in today, the world we live in, where disrespect is at an all-time high. People can walk around, say whatever they want, whenever they want, to whomever they want, regardless of their age or whatever. They say it because that is what has been positioned as the norm in today's society, to just disrespect people without any fear of consequences and losing your jobs. Now, we know that all people can't do this, but there are a huge segment of people that can, and there is a people that are targeted to be disrespected. I just walked in Buffalo Wild Wings and ordered some food, and I wasn't disrespected by anyone, but I just looked on the television and saw Malika Andrews and just thought to myself, man, she can roam free on television without the fear of any type of consequences, can say whatever she wants, disrespect a man that's twice her age, that's been doing this since she was in diapers, and no one says anything. But they expect people like me to protect them. They expect us to protect them when they can walk around being as disrespectful as they want to people, putting words in people's mouths, misquoting people. Supposed to be journalists on top syndicated shows such as espn, the biggest sports network in the world. Not just your little city, your county, your little small town, not just your state, the country, the region, but the entire world. ESPN is like the biggest network for broadcast television, sports broadcast television. I seen Taylor Rooks. She posted a tweet that was liked by Malika Andrews that said something about support women in journalism and sports or something like that. And I just look at that type of stuff, like the audacity to sit there to act as if she did nothing wrong, Malika Andrews. Accused Stephen A. of blaming a woman in a consensual relationship because we all wanted to know who this woman was. That way, people on social media doesn't have to speculate on who she is. And then she kicks Kendrick Perkins off the air because he literally had a different opinion than hers. You can see the anger on her face when Kendrick was giving his perspective, ignoring the fact that these people played in the organization, such as Kendrick Perkins, and they have the facts. They want to point the finger at everyone but the person they should be pointing it at. And then she followed that up by talking about the history of the new, I think Missoula or something like that, I forget his name, not the new coach, but the interim coach. She want to talk about his history from 14 and 13 years ago. And while these are all facts, this man has been an assistant coach for about 3-4 years in the Celtics organization. He's not running for public office, so why are we bringing this up now? But they're the innocent party. Protect women, what they say, but they have no respect for you. They can say what they want to you, whenever, to whoever, without the fear of any consequences. But we know who they can't come against. We know that group of people. But people that look like me, we protect ourselves. We don't bow down because someone is pouting We stand as men. And like I said, man, I'm glad to see. I love seeing all the people on YouTube exposing this, because I know as much as these people try to downplay it, oh, these are just small YouTube channels and blah, 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 they're watching and they're bothered by it. They notice. They're just so indoctrinated with their line of thinking that they're in such a spell that they can just block it out for the moment. But believe me, as soon as that camera goes cut and they're behind closed doors to themselves, it bothers them because they know what the truth is. Really need to be careful, man, with your disrespect. You really need to be careful on who you call to protect you and then follow it up by disrespecting them. You can't ask someone to protect you and then go out and say whatever you want and do whatever you want. It doesn't work like that. You can't do what you want while staying under someone else's house. It doesn't work like that. That person have every right to check in, and this is not something I'm talking about specifically. I'm just using an analogy. That person has every right to know when you're coming home, if you're under their roof, where you are. That's why I'm glad I don't work for an entity such as ESPN, because I could never be muffled when I know I don't believe in something. It's just sad. It's sad, but like I said, man, it's all coming to an end. You ain't gonna continue to do this and get away with it. A woman can really sit up there with no fear of anything. But let it have been reversed. Let it have been reversed, and that woman's name was out there, and we didn't know that Ime was the guy in question, and they protected him and said that he would not get suspended for a year. Let it have been in reverse. Let Stephen A. had tried to son or daughter her on the show, on the NBA Today show, telling her to stop it. Let that have been the case. Let Kendrick Perkins have kicked her off the show. It'd be a whole different story. But as men, like I said, we don't bow down and capitulate with terrorists. We don't bow down and give in to terrorists. We stand as men. We protect those women that want to be protected, and not go out there and say something that'll get you messed up by going to blindly protect them. That's how we roll. We don't roll off emotions. That's all I had to say today. Appreciate y'all for hearing me out. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all soon.